start Q&A session with our dear director, Oren Peled.
I'll just ask a brief question so you have a better understanding about the background of this film and everything. So I briefly chatted with the director yesterday, so I know a lot of stories behind, and I found one thing is really interesting is like, it's an adopted cat, right? That you are finding on the street, and you brought that cat to this film, and I want to know, why would you do that, and the entire story behind it? Why do you think of starting to make such a cat story? Because you never did an animal film before this film, and it's a feature length, so which means that you put lots of effort inside. Why did you choose to do that?
Before we start, at least half of the applause should be addressed to Josh Bloomberg, the actor behind Mango's voice, a terrific actor that you just heard him the entire movie. He deserves some clapping. Let's applause him. Okay, well, actually, it's all started in 2015 when our cat Simba, that we adopted a few years earlier, he lost for 3 days. We couldn't find him. We had no idea where he is. And after 3 days, he came back with a blister on his head, weak and tired. Naama, I think you remember this event, and Naama, my daughter, and the vet rushed into our house, checks and touches, and immediately concludes this is the blister is a result of a fight with another cat. And he said that it was very lucky for him. It was very lucky that he came back after 3 days and not after a week, because this blister is very toxic, and the flood in this blister could easily penetrate to the bloodstream, and it could be very toxic and very life-threatening. And within a week he couldn't survive, and it was very lucky that he came back after 3 days. And when I heard about that, I could not think, what would he do? What would he do if we weren't at home that time, and he would be alone? Nobody, could assist him. That's how I came up with the idea to this film about a cat being left alone after his family vanishes in front of his eyes, and he has no idea where they are, and he has two choices, either trying to find his luck in another place, or keep waiting for the unknown. Hopefully they will come someday.
Next question.
How long did it take to make the film from its initial inception right through to it being a finished full-length feature?
Okay, it took something like 5 years, and the developing of the idea started something like 2015 after this incident, and in July 21st, 2015 was the first day of shooting. It took a lot. So if I could tell you who I'm speaking with, sorry, I can't see because of the light here on the sorry. It took us to shoot it, something like 5 years, and very quick. I understood that it will take us so much time to shoot this movie, because when you invite a cat to participate in your film, it can't be trained. It can only be manipulated.
Yeah.
And if I would like to make him go from point A to point B, I can throw a piece of pastrami or meat and hope for the best, but mostly what I did is I surrounded him with 4 cameras and just hoped for the best. Let's say this in another way. Pretty soon I realized that I didn't go for filming, I went for fishing for moments that will hopefully combine together to a coherent film. And my luck that it happened eventually. Few big moments in this film didn't happen because my direction. It happened because something, Simba reacted to something external, and it went so good in the film. Just one example, 3 minutes before the film ends, if you remember, he all of a sudden, looks with lively curiosity about something in the distance when the family, they are in the trampoline. In reality, I guess he saw just, maybe he saw a dog or something, but when I saw it in the editing, I understood this is a gift what he gave me, because he should look at the plot, the car. This will give to the audience a real proof that the family actually gets back, and I didn't think about it before he did this move. Maybe God told him to do this. I have no idea. Would you like to tell us something about
Actually, I would like to add that, like what you said, that it was a really long process, but it was completely worth it. And Simba, the cat who plays Mango, he added to the film in so many ways of his own, and then it was kind of figuring it out as we go. And yeah, my dad just took it all and made it so great and did such a great job, and yeah.
Sagar?
And any other questions from the audiences? Okay.
Hi. So I know that it's really hard to guide an animal actor to act the way you want in the film, and you also mentioned that it is a really long process of the shooting, and so I'm really interested that is there any interesting moment happens when you shoot the film, involved with the animal?
A lot of moments. Look, generally, I can tell you that I've been through great experiences with my cat through this film that I think nobody on this planet had. This, okay, no, it's over exaggerating. I'll tell you this. Again, I didn't know what to expect for him. Cats, with all this, with all the beauty and charming look and appearance that they bring to films, you have no idea what to expect of them when you shoot a film. And usually when you see a feature film with cats, you see. Majority of the times you'll see CGI or animated, or because when you talk about big production, it costs a lot of money per shooting per day. Producers usually they don't tend to have a cat in the main role, real flesh and blood cat, because although it's charming, very charming, is a mess for production. But every minute costs a lot of money. You have no idea what to expect from this. But I had, because this was so low budget movie. I mean, even comparing to other independent films, this one cost not more than maybe $18,000 max, and I had the privilege to surround my cat with 4 cameras and just wait for the unknown. I'm talking about more than 100 days, maybe almost 120 days of shooting. This time stretched to almost 5 years. High budget film that goes to the big screen can't deal with this. Can't allow himself to do what I had the privilege. It was my life to do, just sit and wait, like fish for moments, and then wait and go to the editing, and wait, and I thought at the beginning to go to film funds in Israel, the majority of the movies that, at least those that aim to the big screen, they financed by government money. And I didn't know how it's going to sound like if I go to a film fund and say something like, look, my main actor is my cat. I have no idea if it's going to survive a week from now, because he's an outdoor cat. He's exposed to so many countless dangers in the street. And would you invest money like this to make a movie like this? So
it can be very complicated.
Very complicated. So I had the luck that I could, in many ways, it was also the best to shoot slowly and just progress with it, like with the homeless character that I played. I didn't know from the beginning what exactly I need in the middle of the film that will boost up the film, but I had the feeling that after almost 30 minutes from the beginning of the film, when a Mango pretty much finishes dealing with all the difficulties and the dangers that the cat character could face with, a human factor must get in and lift the movie to another, raise the plot to higher gear. And this one, it can't be some nice Boy Scout or nice lady that will find him and adapt him, and that's how the movie ends. His good intentions to the cat must be vague and unclear and should be hidden under so much of layers of slapstick comedy and drama and a bit of horror. And just when the movie, when these 20 minutes end, you realize that he had good intentions to him. You just don't know how to help him, but all he do is just, he can pave his dilemma to whether to go with him with somewhat safe life or waiting for the unknown to his family. And my point is, what I'm trying to do is, I had so much time to build this character, because this wasn't a big budget movie. I shot it by myself with my family, so I put the material in the editing and tried to do more stuff, and try to figure out slowly and surely how I want to build this whole entire movie. Not just Michael, because first of all and foremost the scene is beautiful.
Thank you. Any more questions?
So what next? What are you working on next?
And next, actually, well, I have something that I started to work on that should be related to this movie, actually. A mockumentary that speaks about the fictional behind the scenes of this movie. Actually, if you go to the website of this film, aestheticmango.com, you'll see a poster with me and Simba fighting like two children. And the plot, the fictional plot of this fictional behind the scenes is like we're trying to make this movie that you see, but we have so much ego in this Simba. He's not just the main actor, he's also the editor of this movie, and we fight like two children. This very comic, very it's like the extension of what I did here, but like a legend in reality, and with so much fun and stuff like that. And I hope next year I'll finish it.
It's gonna be great. You should wait for it.
Any more questions? If not, I want to ask a question.
Sure.
It's like after spending so much time and effort on polishing one film that you're making and trying to get it exposed to a wider scale, are you planning to make any other animals with your film? Do you think it's too much effort you will spend on another film filming with animals?
I have no idea if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to have another movie with animals, because ideas get me. The ideas will decide for me what is next. But I can tell you that although it was tedious and very difficult to make this film, it was worth every second, because there's no makeshift there's no replacement to an animal in film, and the beauty of the unique thing that it brings to the screen, no matter if it's a dog or cat or turtle or whatever.
Yes, so you could kind of say that you went with the flow of your like thoughts and like process, and with the flow of the cat's Simba's behavior, and by that you pretty much build the movie as you go.
It is a precious moment, a precious process to have an animal which doesn't normally have a kind of personality that follows the human behavior to its order, but it still can create a very excellent film with all of you, and I believe you put a lot of process and a lot of effort inside of it. So thank you so much for having our here, and let's give a highest honor to you. And his film is called the Best Storytelling Award from this year. So let's say congratulations to him.
Thank you very much. It's a really huge pleasure to